Good morning, good morning. How's it going over wherever you are? How are you doing? I hope you're well. I am much better now. COVID seems to have kind of done one, not 100%. I think it takes a while to get over these things fully, doesn't it? But yeah, feeling a lot better. Hope you're okay because it seems to be doing the rounds, this horrible chest and throat. So I hope that you haven't got it. I hope that you are well. Anyway, good morning and welcome to today's live, where I am going to be talking about those things that immobilize and derail you in your business that happen to so many of us, not just creatives, many entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, business owners struggle with a lot of these things. And I wanted to kind of cards on the table, have a discussion about how you can take the control back when these types of things happen. So that's kind of the subject matter. It's quite broad, but I'm going to hone in on a few things like tech, because I know tech immobilizes people. I'm not going to do any training. I'm going to talk about how you can overcome that. Procrastination, overwhelm, and mindset. Those are the four cornerstones that I want to talk today, the four things that have you pinging about in your business. So for those of you that are watching on other platforms and you may not have seen me before, I don't know how, but you may not have seen me before. I'm Mandy Nicholson, as all the branding says, and I'm the Creative Genius Consultant. And I help creative women to launch, to grow, and to scale their businesses, to think big, and to make more money. I'm an artist, I'm an author, I have creative retreats here in Scotland. So I've got a bricks and mortar business, an online business. I sell books and journals and planners. So I sell physical products as well. So I have now, I'm going to say this out loud, 35 years of business experience in bricks and mortar businesses and online. And what I like to do on these lives on a weekly basis is bring you little snippets of knowledge that can help you to take a step back and have a look at your business. And I'm going to start by saying it's irrelevant what you do in business, whether you're creative or not. You are your business. You are your business. So most of the work that you need to do is on you. So I know, because I work with creative women, that tech is the one thing that has you ready to throw your laptop out the window and give up and walk away. It can take hours when you've got a problem. You're sitting there trying to figure things out, and it's really hard. Now, in a perfect, ideal world, it would be great if you could outsource the tech and you could get somebody else to do it for you. So here's some of the rules around having your own business. Now, I hate tech. I really hate tech. I'm the same as every other. I'd much rather be painting, writing, or making than dealing with tech. And I now am fortunate enough in my business that I can pay somebody else to do that. But at the start, tech was something I had to figure out. And it's a pain you need to go through. Because if you don't know how it works and how it all connects and how to figure out the problems, how will you ever be able to outsource it and manage somebody else to do it? So the first pain is tech. And I know there isn't a solution to this other than find somebody that can help you get through it. Now, this is where you need to start thinking, and it's going to be the same for all of these. This is where you need to start thinking out the box, because you're instantly saying, Mandy, I can't afford to pay somebody, or I can't afford to invest in myself. When you can break through that, I can't afford it, I can't invest in myself, and actually see that it is an investment, not a cost. And that when you break through and get all of these things just happening for you, then you can take more money, because you're not doing the things that are causing you problems and taking your time right now. So that's the first thing, but you don't have to do that straight away. Okay, there are loads and loads of women similar to you out there that have different skill sets. So you could skill swap with somebody. Yeah, if tech is an issue for you, skill swap. offer your services to somebody who's good at tech and do an exchange of time and knowledge. You don't always have to invest and pay right at the beginning. Take baby steps is the first thing. So where tech is concerned, yeah, everybody is in the same boat. All right, apart from the people out there that are great at tech and it's a natural for them, but that's generally not the creatives that I work with. That's all I'm going to say about that. So what happens when tech is a frustration for you is you put it off. You go into procrastination, which puts you into overwhelm. All of these things, whatever it is that derails you, all of them are connected. So where you've got something that's a difficult thing, a thing that you've got to overcome, it has a knock-on effect. It's a ripple effect in your business because it affects your behavior, your motivation, and it can turn you into what's natural for creative, which is becoming a procrastinator and putting all the jobs off that need to be done, that will have the biggest impact on your business, but the jobs you don't like. So therefore you will procrastinate, put them off and find other things to do. And that's normal behavior. And it comes down to something that I see a lot in business owners, which is the difference between attention and awareness. Okay. There is a difference between attention and awareness. Attention is focusing on what is inside or looking within. So what's going on inside you, looking at you, your mindset. As I said at the start, everything is connected to mindset, and looking within. Attention is focusing on what is inside. Sorry, attention is focusing on what. Awareness follows from the focusing on attention. Okay. Looking and seeing are two different things. So looking inside and then seeing, focusing on the attention that you've spent. I know that sounds complicated. Yeah. You may look, but not see. So cultivating the awareness is about, first of all, putting the attention on you. Sorry if I got a bit haze. Hey. So cultivating the awareness is about paying attention. So looking inside first and foremost, what is it that's derailing you? What is it that's stopping you? So the first thing I would suggest that you do, if you're a procrastinator, if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you hate tech, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The list could be endless. The first thing I would suggest you do is have a meeting with yourself. I know this sounds a bit out there and a bit hippie, but have a meeting with yourself. Identify the things that are derailing you and holding you back, and do it regularly, once a month. Yeah, you're always switched on when you're in business, always switched on. You're doing all of the time, you're thinking all of your time, your mind is all over the place. Yeah, you're dealing with customers, you're dealing with orders, you're dealing with creating. Yeah, overlooking yourself. Yeah, you are your most important stakeholder in the business. Meeting with yourself is really helpful and an alternative, yeah, to being overwhelmed and confused. Yeah, having a structured meeting with you with an agenda. Now, I do this with my team, but before I did it with my team, this is what I used to do. I used to have a structure to that meeting. I used to have a look at, what's the numbers on each platform? So how many people are on my Facebook? How many people are on my Instagram, wherever I was on social media? And how many more is that than last month? And what are my insights? And what is engagement? I used to have a meeting with myself and force myself to have a look at my business and at me. What are the main things that have blocked me over the last month? And how can I move forward from that in the month to come? So nobody else is telling you to do this, are they? This is me. I've done this for a long time, for 30 odd years. Yes, I've managed huge teams and had team meetings with loads of people. But I've also met with Mandy and said, what is it? What is it that stops you being better, being great, that is blocking you in your business? I hide from all of this. Anita's saying on LinkedIn there, that's really good advice. I hide from all of this. It really is. And it puts a structure in place that forces you to have a look within, that looking inside, that attention to you so that you can be aware. And then once you've met with yourself, it's really important that you focus on developing your ability to be mindfully present, whatever you are doing. Stay away from multitasking. Multitasking does not work. It is not a thing. It's an illusion that women are great multitaskers. That is procrastination. It's distraction. It's pinging from how many tabs have you got open at the minute? How many projects are you trying to manage? How many different things are you trying to do? Multitasking doesn't work. Focus. I don't believe in multitasking at all. Focus on one thing. Do the thing, complete the thing. Yeah. Here's a top tip if you're a procrastinator. Choose all the tasks that you can do in 2 or 3 minutes and do them when you're at your peak. So normally first thing in the morning for most people, it might not be first thing in the morning for you. So whenever your peak is, when are you at your best? When are you most motivated, most alert, most awake, most mindful? Look at your tasks and look at your to-do list and select everything that you can do really quickly. Is there a phone call that you can do, emails that you can send, quick things? Do them really quickly. First thing when you're at your peak and get them out of the way. It reduces your to-do list. It makes you feel productive. It makes you feel more motivated. And then when you look at the bigger tasks, there you go. You've already done some of the work on the bigger tasks by going in and saying, this is what I'm doing this morning, all those small tasks, let's get them out of the way. You can then move your focus onto the next big thing and focus on one thing. Whenever I'm planning my diary, I put a chunk in that says, right, schedule group. Let's do that. Schedule your group, Mandy, for 2 hours. That's all you're doing. You're not doing anything else. You're not focusing on anything else. That job's done. Have lunch, another job in the afternoon. Focus on one thing. I could not schedule my group whilst answering my emails and doing other things. It's an impossible task. And it means I wouldn't do anything well. And we kind of tend to do that. So it's being aware. This is moving into awareness, again, of what you do and how you do it. So one of the other things, and this is really easy to say, practice discipline and commitment. Yeah, it's dead easy for coaches and for people to say, practice, you must be more disciplined, but it takes practice to be more disciplined. Yeah, there's no shortcut to doing anything that's meaningful in your business. Nothing has a shortcut. Yeah, there is more productive way to do things, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute, but there's no shortcuts. Staying focused takes a daily practice of sorting the big things that you have, the big tasks that you have, from the daily drill, the daily things you've got to do. Those little jobs, it takes the discipline of being able to separate them and plan them effectively in your diary. Yeah. So when you can be more disciplined and committed to your business and the tasks it takes to run your business, then you get to do the better stuff. Now, I call this the path of least resistance. Yeah. And my clients will giggle if they hear me saying this because I say it all the time. Always in your business, you are looking to be more productive, make more money. So what you've got to do is look at the things that can help you do that more productively and more effectively. You might be doing something manually a certain way, that there's an app or a system or a tech thing that you're avoiding because you hate tech that could do it 10 times faster and better for you. So if you invested the time in understanding that thing that can do it easier for you, That's the path of least resistance. Start to bring into your business processes, procedures, tech that can help you, that makes your business more streamlined. That means you are not the one that is answering messages or sending information out. Now, there are lots of things available. You can put bots that do that work for you. There's things called bots, and I've got a friend that works on that at the minute, and it's a fantastic productivity tool. There are email systems and scheduling and lots of different things that you can do that make your business more streamlined and more effective. So understanding the path of least resistance and practicing discipline and commitment around that, always looking for that productivity tool that's going to help you, is a daily habit of successful people. That's what I'm going to say to you. It's a daily habit of successful people. Now, if you can't afford a coach or to invest in yourself, what about using self-coaching? When was the last time you asked yourself questions? Business owners need to take time to reflect. Yeah, we have goals, we have to-do lists, but some self-coaching will always help. And it doesn't have to be complex. I've got a list on my wall. I can see it now. Yeah, it's right there, of 20 killer questions that I would ask if I was coaching somebody, yeah, that I regularly ask myself. So things like, what did I do yesterday or today that made the biggest difference in the business? Yeah. What values that I have set in my company or my business can I focus on today? What am I most proud of in my business relationships? All of those sorts. I won't read all 20 out to you, but get yourself some really good questions and self-coach. Discipline and commitment are so important. Yes, self-coach yourself. This is about, again, taking time out to reflect and to think about the path of least resistance, to not avoid the things that you are, I won't say scared of, but that make you feel uncomfortable in your business, like tech, and put you into overwhelm and put you into procrastination. Now, you'll hear this a lot in the coaching industry. Sorry, I need a cup of tea. Still got a bit of a sore throat. Oh, can't cope without my tea. You'll hear coaches saying adopt a growth mindset. And it's become a bit of a cliche, but there's something in that. Yeah. No matter what challenges, no matter what derails you, what detours, what you procrastinate about, yeah, on the path towards your goals, everything is learning. Either you win or you learn. Yeah. So keeping a growth mindset throughout your journey is the surest way, the most positive way to maintain focus, discipline, and commitment, and your sanity. Yeah, resilience is so important. And the growth mindset comes from being able to look inside, to self-coach, this looking inside, paying attention so that you've got more awareness of what the issues are that you are dealing with behaviorally and from a mindset perspective. Now, I'm not going to start saying, make a plan, list your priorities, set goals with deadlines, because that's a whole other training. That's about goal setting, prioritizing, productivity. Today, I just wanted to get a few things on the table that I'm hearing all the time. I put a post out in my group yesterday and on my personal page and on my business page saying, like, what are the things that derail you the most? And most people went procrastination, overwhelm, tech. Yeah, those are the things that are common that I hear and experience all of the time with my clients. So you are not alone in experiencing all of the above. But you are alone sometimes when you are in business, aren't you? It can be a very lonely place. So having some strategies to manage yourself and to streamline your business, to keep you motivated, to keep you out of overwhelm, and to stop you from procrastinating so much, yeah, will help you in the long term. So I hope that I've given you some tips today to think about how you can face these things head on and have a plan for them. I will be sharing top tips as the week goes by on procrastination, on overwhelm through my socials. So watch out for that. I usually stay on topic throughout the week so that I can reinforce the message that I'm trying to help you with through this live. So if you're not in my group, Creative Genius Corner on Facebook, do come over because I'd love to have you. If you want to look at how you could work with me, because I'd love to do that, check out my Creative Mastermind page, which I've put the link for in the description. But just stay in my world. And, you know, every week I will help with something that I know that you're experiencing. So good luck. Happy no procrastinating. And I hope that you can implement some of those simple tips that I've shared with you today. Let me know if you do, and I will see you same time, same place next week. Have a great one.